Hey, what's up, my friends? Here we are one more time in beautiful, foggy Berkeley, California. It's what is it? It's June 24th. It's my good friend Lionel Messi's birthday, and I'm gonna totally do the thing where you post a video um, with a title that is clickbait, and it'll be in order to get more views and more exposure to the channel. Go Leo, happy birthday, feliz cumple Leo. We love you, keep doing your thing. But really what the video is about is this young oak tree here, and it's growing in a bioswale which was installed to mitigate stormwater runoff. As you can see, we have plants that can do well in soggy conditions, such as these rushes and this beautiful cornice, this dogwood here. This dogwood shows a spectacular display of red stems in the winter. When it gets a little colder, all the hormones push out and turn all these stems really bright red, and it drops its green leaves and just becomes this spectacular show. But the thing that I wanted to show you is these young trees, and what are the things we want to do to influence these trees. As you can see here, we've had some cuts done here, small cuts, to keep it off the way, keep it out of the way in this parking lot. But those cuts were made without thinking of the structure of the tree. So we're gonna take the garden shears, my handy clippers here, chin 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 chin, and we're gonna perform a few more influencing cuts. As we can see, we follow the trunk, it splits there, that's codominant, so we want to fix that, and we'll fix it by selecting our most straight central leader. Even though it's not a very central leader, it will become the main trunk right there, and I'll follow it there. Okay, so we already know that this side of the tree is not our central leader, and this will become our side branch. It's likely to be a temporary branch, so we want to subordinate it now before it gets too much bigger than that. That's almost a 2-inch diameter right there, so we don't want it to keep growing. In a couple of years we will aim to remove that branch altogether because of its angle. And as you can see there, there's a bark ridge, which is good, which means that the bark is not included. When the bark is included, it creates a bigger failure probability. But anyway, we're gonna take this branch here, 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna reduce it a little bit, reduce the amount of leaves that are on it. That will make it so it'll photosynthesize less, and it will grow less in girth. Maybe in a few years we'll be able to say, you know what, we don't really need to remove the branch. It's out of the way, it's not bothering anybody. I think it will be bothering car traffic, but that's sometimes what we focus on. Is we have to focus on user-friendly trees, and we make poor arboriculture decisions in order to keep the tree longer in its place. This was a volunteer, nobody planted it, and it's in a decent place. It shouldn't bother many many people, as long as we manage it. Okay, so I'm gonna come here, and I'm gonna just remove this branch here. There, one. Okay, that was a good cut. I'm gonna come and remove this one here too, and that's the limit pretty much of what my pruners can cut. If you can see the size of the pruners, any bigger branch will just damage the bark, and yeah, that's not the most perfect cut. Maybe a little more would be, but I can't get a good angle in there, so I'm just gonna create more damage. I'd rather leave a little stub. It's a young tree, it will compartmentalize it pretty quick. The size of the cut is less than an inch, so it's great. I don't mind leaving a little stub. It will not permanently damage the tree at all. Now I'm gonna come up here and subordinate this one too. Let me see there. Okay, I reduced it to a lateral, and the lateral is out of the way. I'm gonna just remove this one. Okay, that's 2 pruning cuts, and now the tree has a little better structure there. I still see this branch here coming out to the side. That is about the same size in girth as the central leader, or the central-ish leader. There we go. That's a good view of the central leader. Okay, so I'm gonna just do another cut here. People are arriving at the parking lot now, so I'm gonna try to finish this video up, okay, and get out of here so I can free up my parking spot. Here we go. One more pruning cut there. Oof. Okay, wear your safety glasses, guys, because and then a little cut there. Okay, and just do, and one more, and last one. Okay, so I'll make my pile of branches that I removed, and I'll show you the amount of leaves. That's the amount of leaves that I removed, and that's the amount of tree that is left. It's kind of hard to see here with the corners behind it. Maybe we can get a better look at it here. It's the amount of leaves that I removed is about 15% or less, maybe a 10% of the leaves, and that's an appropriate amount. In young trees we can remove up to 50%, but it's not recommendable. Anytime you can remove 15, 20, up to 30%, that's appropriate. More than that, not at all. Young trees can tolerate it. They rather not have that happen to them, but they can tolerate it. More mature trees stay to a 15% of the leaf, the amount of leaf. Okay, and that's the Quercus argifolia here. And go little tree, we're rooting for you. We want to keep you here. We will influence you appropriately so you can be a well-behaved tree, and we can keep you here. Back there we have most likely the mother tree, the parent tree. It's not just the mother. Okay, a lot of the trees are male and female, so we'll call them parent tree, not mother tree. It's the mom and the dad. Okay, we just don't know which one. All right, that's it for us today. You know what, now I'm seeing another branch here that could be reduced, this one here, just in order to really make sure we're subordinating this one here. Okay, And ideally I'll do a follow-up video in a year of this tree and show you how subordination, how the tree reacted to the subordination. And if we did well, this branch will be much thicker than this branch. At this time, this one is a little thicker, which is always an ideal to make that the central leader, unless is not central and is growing towards a direction that is less favorable to the site users. In this case, the parking lot and the vehicles that drive into it. All right, that's all for me. I'm gonna do one more cut and I will see you soon. If you like the video, like and subscribe, and if you don't, tell me why. And plant more trees, plant good trees, plant the right trees, and let the volunteer trees stay where they can. A lot of the times you cannot keep a volunteer tree, and it's a shame, and you have to remove this healthy young tree, but that's okay as long as we're doing our good work and fighting for the ones that can't stay. We'll keep them, and take care. Peace.